Hi guys, it's Rick Shiels down here at Quest Golf Academy here at Prairie Sports Village, and I'm going to test the new Ping Glide 2.0 wedges. Looking forward to testing these because I think the looks of the club very much complements the Ping eye blades, which I've been using for a while. I think they're the best looking wedges Ping they've ever made, and they're claiming that they've made the groove sharper and closer together, and they've also added a groove. So they've added an extra groove to increase spin, height and spin characteristics. I started this testing a couple of weeks back in Spain when I was over at Lumine Golf Resort. I was doing some testing out on the golf course, testing from short shots, bunker shots and pitching shots as well. And I want to go through a little bit of the feelings I was getting from that first before today I hit it on GC2 and hit 100-yard shots and 50-yard shots and get some spin numbers. I was making some notes when I was over there. So as I was hitting the shots, I was making some notes in my little notebook of all the wedges I was testing. And I've done loads of wedge testing. There's loads on my channel right now. You can go and check them out. And from the Ping wedges, where's the Ping one now? Ping Glide wedges. This is what I was describing when I was hitting them. I found it was very hard feel, the hardest feel out of any wedge that I tested. The hardest feel. I felt like they were real hard cast feel. But incredible spin. That's actually what I've put. Incredible spin. So I was getting hard feel but incredible spin. So I want to test it now on some fuller shots. I'm going to hit some from 100 yards and then drop down to 50 yards as well. Now unfortunately I've only got at the moment a 54-degree wedge and a 58-degree wedge. So I'm going to have to choke down a little bit on the 54 to hit it the 100. I don't want to hit it too far. I'll do the 50-yard shots with the 58-degree. Now there are different grind and bounce options here. I've got this in the SS, which is just a standard. It's multi-purpose. You can open and close the face if you need to. It's got a generous amount of bounce on it, so just normal terrain. You've then got the ES, I think that's right, ES, which is almost like the Ping eye wedges, really kind of almost very offset wedge. Doesn't look that nice actually. Then you've got the TS grind, which is more for the tour players, so a little bit lower bounce, and you've got the wide the WS, which is the wide sole. That's a much wider sole with more bounce options as well. So I've got this in just a standard. Let's hit some shots, see how they perform from 100 yards. So like I say, I've got 54-degree and I probably won't need a full one of these. Let's give this a hit. It's a good looking wedge. It's great shape. It very much reminds me of my eye blade. That's that hard feel. It's that hard kind of clicky feel. Does it spin well? Oh, that's a nice shot. Love that. It just has that harder feel to it. It's like a click. Ping have dived into making forge clubs a few times, but they've never been that successful. Whether the price point was too high or whatever it may be, they just don't ever seem to do that well with forge clubs. And they've stuck with that same idea with this wedge. It's a lovely looking wedge. It just feels so hard. It just feels like I'm hitting a real big hard lump of metal, which is a shame because I prefer a slightly softer feel off a wedge. The benefits of a harder wedge, it'll last longer, your grooves aren't going to wear out quite as quickly, and now with an additional groove, that might be important as well, so you don't wear the grooves out too quickly. Let's go one more from 100 yards. I like every single one of those three shots, apart from the feel. So I like the shots, I'm just not the biggest fan of the feel. Let's have a look at some numbers there. That last one was a little bit shorter than what I'd like it to be. So spin rate, considering that as a 54-degree wedge, so a lot of the testing I've done so far today has been done with 56-degree apart from the Clevelands. The spin rate there was nearly 10,000 with a 54-degree. That is very good. Honestly, that's very good. Highest there was 10,100 on the first shot. Lowest was that last one. I didn't particularly hit it that well, and it went a little bit shorter. But for a 100-yard shot with a 54 degrees, so 2 degrees stronger than some of the other wedges I tested, to get over 10,000 RPM spin, that's good. That is very good. I'm using Pro V1s. That is very good. It's what I was kind of seeing when I was testing it over in Lumina. I was finding, even though it felt hard when I hit it, the grab was incredible. Like really grabby, super checky. 58 degree. They're going to go to 50 yards now. What I like about the back of the golf club, it looks like it's had, what do they call it? When they pump the lips up. Collagen, is that what it's called? Where they make the lips really big. For forgiveness, I guess, but when I look down at the bottom end, it looks like a blade. The back of the club does look like it's got a bit of pout going onto it. 50 yards, 58 degree. This is still the SS grind, so it's still got standard kind of grind settings. I can open it and close it if I need to. I'm just going to hit some normal ones at 50 yards. Hard feel, but great flight. Look at the stop. Just love it. And it really was what I was finding on the course. The stopping power was outstanding. Now, how much that would cut your golf ball up, I'm not sure. But they have super, super high spin numbers there, even on short shots. You can just kind of feel it spinning off the club. Big fan of the spin, not a big fan of the feel. Love the looks, really big fan of the looks. Please make a glide forged or just something a little bit softer. And we've got the ultimate wedge then. Oh, that's a bit heavy. That's a little bit heavy. That one was spun as good. So we've been looking at around 7,000 RPM spin numbers off those type of 50-yard shots. That last one would have dropped that number down too much, yeah. So the first two were near enough 7,000. So they were 6,900 there. And I've been testing a lot of those with the 60 degrees as well, getting over 7,000. The last one there, I hit it a bit fat, only stopped in there at 5,300, so I lost a lot of spin because I hit the mat first. So overall on the Ping Glide 2.0 wedges, I absolutely love the spin characteristics. I think they're perfect, exactly where I want them to be. I just don't like the feel. I just don't like how hard they are. I love the looks. I think sitting down by the ball, it is a beautiful looking wedge. And I love this kind of satin, almost pearlesque finish that they also have in the iBlade and the i200 irons. I think that looks really smart. What do you kind of look for in a wedge though? Is it all about feel? For me it is. I like a softer, I like to feel a response off a wedge, but other players don't. For me, I love the spin numbers of those, and it was what I was seeing when I was around the green that I was really impressed with. And I do love the look of this wedge. So it's I could play with this wedge, I just feel like I would have to get used to the feel a little bit more. But it is a very good wedge. I just wish, you know, what they also brought back, I'm sure they had it in the Glide where they had that longer grip and different panels across, different like notches where you could grip down or grip up on the wedge. I was a big fan of that. But overall, I think I am a fan of these wedges. I find them a touch too hard, but I love the spin numbers. Guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, click thumbs up, comment below. What type of wedge do you look for? Is it feel or is it only performance based? Let us know. Appreciate your thoughts. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit the big red button. That gets you subscribed to the channel so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.